Yeah. The dancing lady, well, she tells you what's happening, right? There's no, and now dancing ladies. See, we had the one, and then we had more. Look, I'm doing a little something different today, like forgetting to put my Bob Doyle Show logo on the screen. Fixed that in a hurry. I didn't want you to be unclear about what you're listening to or watching, even though it's plastered here on this really fancy billboard that simply says the name of the show, which is... Okay, so I'm doing something a little different. First of all, happy Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday night. If you are here instead of out doing stuff, well, that makes two of us. So, good thing we found each other so we don't look like a bunch of losers, right? Now we know we're doing the important stuff. Speaking of the important stuff, I've got a little housekeeping to do here. If I can remember how to do it. I'm going to try to connect to this show so that I can see your comments, but since I'm doing something a little bit differently today, and I'm really sorry I have to be, oh, look at that, it's right there. We'll see if this works. Do like that. Still don't know if it's working, but anyway, so, no. Now we'll see. Yes, look, Natty's here, and Steve, and Cheryl, and Dawn. Now. See, now I know. Now I know you're here. Let's just see. Let's just make sure this is working. It's working. Of course it's working. Of course it's working because it's Saturday night. It's magical. It's magical. So we're going to do something a little different. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but you know what? Before I do what I really am here to do, I was going to save this, but I don't think I can. I don't have that kind of willpower. Honestly, I can't remember. I don't know if I've ever shared these on the Bob Doyle Show before, but if I did, I'm doing it again. Now, the problem with what I'm about to do is you're going to love it, and you're going to think to yourself, "Hi, Katie. Hi, Meenakshi. Happy weekend to you too." You're going to say, "Oh, I want those. Where do I get them?" And I'm completely ill-prepared to tell you. So I'm just a big tease, but, you'll be able to find them. You're resourceful people. I know this because you're watching the Bob Doyle Show, apparently. So let's just, without too much, there's really not much to say about it. Just choose one at random. Are we ready? Shall we begin? Okay. Now I have to hold my head a certain way. And sometimes the skin colors aren't that good. But, look. Now see, you could just wear this around. And why wouldn't you? And you could say, we could walk right up to somebody and tell them and, you could say, but your lips wouldn't move. Actually, this would be great if I had like a, So, Chester, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, Bob. How are you doing? I'm doing great too, Chester. Shall we continue? By the way, be prepared to hang out for a while. Right? Now see, who wouldn't want a couple of these? Hi, Jamie Lee. It just keeps giving. Hey, how you doing? See, if you move my eyes around, it makes it a little bit better. All right? See, you got to be wildly curious about well, what's the next going to be? I could stop at any time, but then you would have missed this. You can make a GIF out of that, send it around the internet. In fact, I highly recommend that you do. Right? Not at all creepy. There is nothing creepy about this. That's the good part. And if you think it's creepy, I'm so sorry. All right. You know what I need? I need music behind this. Here we go. Why not? Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the carnival burger guy who doesn't move his mouth. That's right. You can come on in and see freaks of every shape and size, including me, the man who talks without the moving his mouth. Step right up.
Do you let guys with big beards in here?
We sure do. Go right in. All right.
That cotton candy sure was good, Mom. Can I have some more?
I'm not your mom. I think she's over there.
Yikes!
I never want to come here anyway. I don't like the carnival.
That's probably how some of you are feeling right now. Really, Bob? Really? Now, let's see. Well, that's just too big. Also too big. Oh my. Okay, see right there? That is whacked. There's just, see, not, you know, there's, so you get a dozen of them that are no good. And then that happens. All right, Katie? I'm right. Oh, that's supposed to be a smiley face, not a square. This is... Okay. What if I did the rest of the show just like this? You don't think I would? You don't think I would? Do we just do that one? There's more. You can't possibly want me to stop. Curiosity, right? It's got to be getting the best of you.
Turn to page 212 in your history book. Meanwhile, I'm going to go get these stitches out of my mouth.
I'm getting messages all over the place. What's going on here? Don't they know I'm trying to do something? Got nothing else there. All right, look. Oh, look. It's the Jeffrey Miller. Jeffrey, if you're out there, although he rarely makes this particular face. Okay. You know, I only had 6 more seconds and that song was going to run out naturally. It might have had an ending. I could have ended the bit. It could have been all in a nice, tidy little package, but nope. Nope. I chose not to do it. I have to now strategically reach for my water. I think I waited too long for something. Hold on a second. I did. Strategically reach for my water so that I don't spill it, but first I have to redo this little thing. This is what I love about you guys, is you're so patient with my technical stuff because you know it's going to be so worth it. I mean, I don't know what it is that he's building up to, but by golly, I am on board the Bob train. Woo woo! You can carry that around with you in your everyday life if you'd like. Did you have questions about this, by the way, before we proceeded? I think, you know, I can't tease you. I know I can't tease you with it, though, and not what was that? A foreshadow of things to come? I think so. This I have introduced to my Law of Attraction coaching group as an ego buster. You know, your ego, the one that tells you all the stuff you can't do all the time. And so what you do is you complain to this about your problems. I can't do anything. Nobody ever gives me a break. Everyone's against me.
I can't do anything. Nobody ever gives me a break. Everyone's against me.
Right. That's that in a nutshell. Can't take yourself too seriously when that's what's happening. Trust me on that. We don't have time to go down the hamster trail. Okay? Sorry. That's not... I've already spent enough time doing things that I wasn't here to do anyway. So look... I'm going to get right into it. Are you a fan of, ambient music? I think it works, Jamie Lee. She asked if it works, if the hamster works. You just try it. Give your biggest heartfelt complaint to that thing and let it go right back at you, and then just keep doing it over and over. You'll believe me. There'll be a shift. Anywho, if you're a fan of ambient music like I am, I think I am 70% water, 30% ambient music. That is probably my favorite weird thing I've said in a long time. But no, I really, really love it. I listen to it all the time. It's what I love to compose the most. And I actually have a podcast, which I should have had at the ready with a big screen to show you. But I rushed this, called Droneville. Is that right? Droneville 2. I haven't updated it in a while because I know that no one's listening. That's not a limiting belief. It's just a thing I know. So, but perhaps you could go and start listening if you like this kind of stuff. Anywho, but that is a podcast which is me just kind of, for the most part, riffing and making up ambient music as I'm going along, using a variety of tools. And a lot of it is like things that are just based on the iPad. Okay, so, but the thing is I'm not going to tell you, if you're an iPad or iPhone owner, to go out and buy a particular app, because the thing is, what I'm going to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, is already probably on your phone, unless you deleted it for some reason, which actually I did when I reset my phone, because I have it on my iPad. But it's GarageBand. Okay, now look, don't go run away. If you think you know what I'm going to talk about and you haven't looked at GarageBand lately, you just sit right back down. Just hear me out. I have to keep doing that, otherwise my keyboard's going to turn off. So here to assist me tonight, basically, by the way, is my X-Keys Bluetooth wireless keyboard, which is talking to my iPad, which is sitting right here. And if you don't believe me, which would be... Sorry about that. My desk is kind of cluttered right now. But here is my iPad, and on it, you will see I'm running GarageBand. So, what I want to share with you is a synthesizer that is built into GarageBand that, if you like meditation-type music or ambient, space-type music or any of that stuff, this is something you need to know about that's in there, because whether or not you are a musician, if you can just kind of put your fingers down on keys, you can create some things that you could record and listen to. I listen to this stuff when I'm working, when I'm trying to do creative things that aren't music, obviously. But also, meditation, if you do your own meditation stuff, it kind of writes itself. And so if you're not familiar, if you didn't know that this particular new synth called Alchemy, anyone know about it? It's weird about comments, because I'm looking at it. You listen to Hindi music? You just deleted it, Jamie Lee says. Well, re-lead it. So anyway, I'm going to share with you this, just a couple of aspects. This is not a tutorial. This is not a deep dive into GarageBand or anything like that. I'm going to show you one very small part of a program that has grown tremendously since it was first put on our iPhones a long time ago. And if you're a person who if you're a person who likes this kind of stuff, this is a great toy, and you will lose hours, possibly. But you play with it tonight. Now, look, I honestly don't know if Facebook streams stereo audio or not. It seems like I tested it a long time ago, and I really can't remember what the result was. If you've got headphones, I'm going to be smaller on the screen, Natty. Sorry, because I'm not the main attraction on this. But I will be switching back and forth. If you have headphones, and you can, and it's convenient, you might want to listen just to see if this is in stereo, because half of the fun of those ambient sounds is how, they swirl around left to right and up and down and all that stuff. Am I right or am I right? Right. Okay, so let's pop on back over here. And where's my mouse cursor, everyone? Okay, here we go. So actually, when you open up GarageBand, and this is also on your phone, your iPhone, you're going to be met with this screen, and I'm going to just create a new song by clicking up in the upper right-hand corner. There's a little plus sign, and it starts on this keyboard thing. If it doesn't, you can just scroll around to get to keyboards, and then you're going to go to Alchemy synth. Okay, it's the second one from the left. Now, this is just telling me that I'm using AirPlay, meaning I'm using wireless magic to transmit my iPad screen over to my computer, and so there's a delay, and that's why I normally don't do music app demonstrations on here, because when I hit the keys, there's a delay from when I hit it from when you hear it. But in this case, it doesn't really matter because these are ambient. There's not really, rhythm isn't a piece of it. You know, you can just kind of move from note to note and chord to chord. Again, I'm saying you don't really have to be like a musician. You could just play a simple, I'll do it over here so you can just see, like a simple couple of notes. Okay. Now you'll see what happens here. Now if I can just play that pad, and there's all sorts of different sounds, and I'm going to show you all of this, but the real magic with this particular synthesizer lies up here in those rectangles up there where it says lush and soft and flanger pulse, right there in the middle. You can see if I drag my finger around, okay, it moves this little cursor around. So if I just play something over here, if I play it on my keyboard, you will not see the keys pressed down. And I move this around, right, depending on where I put my finger, different effects. It almost changes the whole synthesizer, but it's all rooted in the same one. And I'm really just playing 3 notes and then changing the middle one up a half step from time to time. And this, I know, doesn't maybe sound meditative-y, but it's very ambient. I tend to go a little bit darker on things. Now, I'm going to just show you now. I just opened up to be able to change the sounds, and we're just going to explore some of the sounds. We're going to spend a little bit of time playing with the sounds so you can hear them and get inspired to go play with this yourself if you're into this kind of thing. So to change the sounds, I'm just going to click where it says Epic Cloud Formation. It's going to pop up this this box here, and I'm going to click just to show you the different kinds of sounds that are packaged in here. I'm just going to kind of choose a few of these. You see arpeggiated, bass, leads, mallets, pads, rhythmic, and sound effects. I'm just going to show you this arpeggiated thing, pads, rhythmic, and maybe a couple of the sound effects. And I'm not going to show you all of it all because, oh my God, it'd be crazy. The cool thing about arpeggiated is that I'm just going to choose the very first one on the list here, this 70s synth app. And if I just if I hold down a note, it has its own little pulse. If I hold down a second note, it goes back and forth. If I hold down a third note, it cycles through them based on a predetermined pattern. This is what an arpeggiator does. All right, so now again, I can take that bass sound and start moving around with this. Every sound has these the effect of these little squares is different. Beat. We're playing with GarageBand. You see, I'm doing basically nothing with my right hand. I'm just holding these 3 notes. So you could just play around until you find something that you like, you know, and just record 30 minutes of it or whatever. So let me just play a couple more of these. Yes. Well, this is the arpeggiator portion, Pete. That's... So, I mean, any of these you could just melt into, right? I mean, it's like you don't have to have somebody's produced CD necessarily. You can just, you know, and use the basic recording of GarageBand to just record you playing a few of these notes. Let's continue because there is so many more cool things. And these are just, so this is called droplets. All this is just in the arpeggiated section. Sometimes the changes are super subtle. Main room epic ARP. Let's find out how epic it really is. A little worried about those last two because that said scream on it. And that's scary. All right, so let's jump over to oh, I forgot. No, I forgot. There's a whole bunch that I won't show them all to you, but I forgot. There's a whole other. I didn't scroll down enough. Let's go directly to like soundscape because clearly that would be a place to go if you're going to create a soundscape. Oh, I hate when my head gets cut off. That's the most annoying thing to me. All right, so I'm going to choose a sound called Ambient Drift. And again, all I'm playing is a first and a fifth for right now, and an eighth. No music people correct me, okay? I have a terrible habit of holding my mouth open when I play music. Like that. Just bring it down low and... Well, sure, Peter, if you... Yeah, I mean, you could do layers and layers and do all kinds of stuff. I'm basically talking to the non-musicians who wouldn't, necessarily write more on top, but of course this would be a great way to sort of explore writing music. So this was called Aquaculture. I was playing with it a little bit yesterday, and I was going, wow, I hope I could reproduce this, but I don't know if I'll be able to. But I'm just going to go around again. Little digital whales. That's pretty cool. Anyone getting inspired to check this out on their phone? I'm going to keep going. I've got my little, you just don't know what the name of the sound is, but just go to soundscapes, and this happens to be Endless Ocean. Let's see what it does. I keep forgetting there's a delay. See, honestly, I could listen to this stuff all day. And I have often just, gone on the back porch, got headphones, and just done this, and wished that I was recording. Because then it's stuff I could just listen to, because to me, it is so freaking pleasant and relaxing. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Like, this guy is, out of his mind. That is totally okay for you to think. I'm quite used to that. But I'm just saying, you've probably got this stuff on your phone and iPad right now. Your iPhone comes with this on it. And if you got for automatic updates, then you're up to date, and you've got all of this. This is just one small tiny part of what GarageBand is. But for me, and again, I'm really just over and over playing about the same things over and over again. So disappointed if I listen back to this recording and it's not in stereo, or if the music was too low or too loud or whatever. Hopefully it sounds okay. Again, I'm in the pads section now, and I just think some of these are just gorgeous. I didn't do anything. It just builds. Still haven't done anything. Still haven't done anything. So it's doing all this by itself. Now I'm doing something. I wish you could see my key presses on the screen. I'd share the iPad screen again, but wish I had a more appropriate background for all this ambient stuff. Okay, so who's going to start playing with this on their iPhone tonight? This is Sarah is in my coaching group, and it's like I want all my coaching group to know that because they're, we're all a bunch of meditators, as you could be if you so chose. You'll notice I didn't say you should, because, it is cool to listen to, Penny Joe, but even more cool when it's coming out from your own fingers. And that's my whole point. So what did this mean exactly? A friend put it in his iPad, dog 6-year-old lad with it. I think there were some typos there. That's all I can figure. So anyway, guys, it's just GarageBand. It's already on your phone or your iPad. Oh, whew, man, for a minute there. For a minute there, I thought I wasn't going to get to play with a few more of these. This was a look on my face when I first found this synthesizer. Right there on my. I was like, what? Well, that's really all I had for you. I hope that's hope you're not mad at me. But it's Saturday night, you know me. I got all this stuff I got to do out there. Like get this off the screen. I just wanted to introduce you to this. I could have gone for hours, I've thought about it. I've thought about going live and just playing pads for you, for anyone who wants to listen. Would anyone even care about that? Anyway, I got all that social stuff. I got so much I got to do. So much. So I better get to it, because, it's not going to do itself. It's Saturday night, so I got to go do all this stuff. That I got to go do.